Welcome to Bear's Touch Intuitive Dream and Tarot reading. It is Wednesday, August 9th, and I'm really enjoying doing these readings. I keep forgetting to ask if you do enjoy these readings, please like, share, and subscribe. It helps get my content out there. Yep, and with that, let's get started. I wanted to open by divining a message from Money is an Energy Game by Margaret Donahue and Madeline Gerwick. This is a means of divination I've always enjoyed, just asking a question to Spirit and picking a book off the shelf and opening it to whichever page. So today the quote is, whenever you say, quote, I'll try, or quote, I'm trying, unquote, you're giving yourself permission to fail. Eliminate these words from your vocabulary and replace them with either a commitment to accept the responsibility or an agreement to consider accepting the responsibility. Don't agree to half-heartedly accept a responsibility that you don't want. Just say no. That'll keep you out of predicaments where you try something you don't really want to do. Realistic, quote unquote, is a code word. It means that your culture agrees with your assessment of the situation. The problem with this word is that it's limiting. It binds you to known solutions that have the approval of others. Einstein once said that imagination is more important than knowledge because knowledge limits you to what you already know, or what's already known. Oh, right. Excellent. That's from page 199 of the large print Money is an Energy Game. I could not find it in small print, and I was really getting a message from the universe for a while, like, you're not ready for this, because my mom actually ordered that book for me as a gift, and it like never showed up. and it was like the universe was basically telling me, like, you are fully just pushing away money because of whatever your beliefs order. So, oh, okay, Knight of Discs came in an adjustment. I didn't even get a chance to ask the question. Oh, and death, there you are. Holy moly. And success. Okay. Wow. So if we're doing a money reading for Scorpio today, it looks like, and Spirit has some messages to throw our way. So I really love this Knight of Pentacles. Let's just say, like, since this is a money reading, and since money is an energy game, is literally about like the language that we use, and the frequency that we vibrate about, like our self-worth and what it is that worth means to us. A money reading is also, it's an energetic abundance reading. Like, this is about not just money and material success, but like whatever is whatever success means to you, whatever abundance means to you, in your four energy bodies: spiritual, emotional, intellectual, and physical. So let's look at this. This is, to me, coming out as like physical, right? Knight of Pentacles. Mental, you have your Eight of Swords, adjustment. Death, this is you, Scorpio, your spiritual body. And then success. While this is a Pentacles card, like indicating material success, it also indicates to me emotional balance as card 6, the Six of Pentacles. So right off the bat, quite slowly. What I love about this Knight of Pentacles is he has this like energy shield going on back here. So you may have been feeling like you needed to shield yourself energetically from certain thought patterns, certain people, certain like situations, and maybe you've been feeling isolated. The Hermit energy came out in our reading yesterday at the very end. But you're also in this field with this like grass, and the horse is sort of taking its time, maybe eating or feeding, and there's an energy of abundance here. So the carrying of abundance forward requires maybe like that you slow down a bit more than you'd like to. But it's also kind of, this guy's sort of on a journey, and he stops to smell the roses as well. He's like, I've got my defenses up. I'm like in full armor. I've got this flail ready to just, you know, knock someone out if I need to. But I'm like just kind of chilling in this field, looking at the roses. He's also got, it looks like a reindeer on his head, even though he's not anywhere like where reindeer proliferate as far as I know here. But reindeer are really cool because they sort of, at least in the Christmas traditions, they indicate like an ability to the physical world to, like, they sort of blur the boundaries between the physical and the spiritual world, like with that whole concept, the whole concept of Santa Claus coming from like some shaman dude tripping on an amanita and then riding his sleigh through the snow, and then the sleigh would just disappear under these like snow drifts, so it looked like they were flying basically. That's like a really fun image. But I don't know, I'm getting this like the transition of seasons here and the transitions of like your physical into the spiritual. It's like all being carried together as one. And maybe you haven't felt that sense of like alignment before, and maybe you haven't embodied that feeling of wholeness, and maybe you're feeling like much bigger than you used to and feeling like that's actually slowing you down. Because I mean, what is it that, yeah, mass is related to a physicist or anything like that. But basically, the more mass you carry, the more that you have, the more you're like paying attention to what you're embodying, like the slower time feels. So you're just enjoying your time. You have been in the past, and that's just a wonderful place to be. It's a really nice energy. It's like a really good feeling, and I love that it's like right in these sort of dog days of summer. Mentally, the Eight of Swords, to me, he's got these chains of balance. It's somebody who's like learned to balance the ego, training one's thoughts to training one's thoughts like a dog, basically. Like your thoughts are your loyal dog companion. They retrieve your ducks or whatever when you're out hunting, right? So when you want to get your ducks in a row, like your thoughts are the first place that you can sort of begin. And the Eight of Swords indicates to me like balance of the thoughts that maybe were holding you back. Also, this person's got a mask on, so I think this is why I associate it with the ego and like being chained to like one's mortal coil. I think for Scorpio, like what we're like about death and transformation, right? Like ego, death, transformation, ego, death, transformation. And this is telling me that wherever you've landed in your current like ego identity, on this card, but I think that you've basically accepted that adjustments will be necessary as you go along, so you're not attached to the idea of your ego identity, and you're accepting that change is just something that happens all the time. It's like how nature proliferates, it's how time continues forward in our 3D reality. Change is necessary. So you're balanced in your ego identity, and you're balanced in knowing that that's something that requires small adjustments here and there. And your thoughts are like tools. You can use them as tools to keep balanced in your ever-changing ego identity, and you're very comfortable there. So that's a really good energy as well. Blue and green here are the colors of like a healed heart chakra, and then blue for the throat chakra. So this is also telling me that you may be healing in your heart chakra in order to be able to communicate your thoughts a little bit less sharply. But in doing so, like maybe your communication is a little bit like sharp right now, but in healing your heart, you're going to be able to open your throat chakra and communicate your truth with less severity. And then death, of course, card 13. This is Scorpio, ruled by Pluto, I believe. Yeah. And what is happening in this card is death is wearing the crown of Osiris. We talked about Osiris in a reading the other day. And and how Osiris becomes the Lord of the Dead because he gets chopped up into 12 pieces, and his wife Isis tries to put him back together, and he loses a piece of himself to the fish. So what's going on in this card is that death is severing like ties to old realities, and in severing those ties, he's also creating these like bubbles through like the waters of creation, which are creating new worlds. There's a scorpion on the card here. I'm not sure what this flower is. I'd like to know. If anybody does, let me know. I think this is a scarab, which is the energy of transformation. And then we have the snake and the fish. And then he has like this cool eagle behind him, which is like spreading out the like rays of these waters of creation. So what you're doing right now is you're in this energy of like, because you've accepted that your ego is something that's always going to change, and it's also a mask that's like necessary to wear in our sort of 3D reality, and because you're aligned spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, and like sort of bearing all of this weight forward, you're almost in this energy of like death. Say this, like you're in this energy of like create, you know, has the potential to pass. So you swing your scythe with intention, and you are like letting go of whatever needs to be let go of, and then you're transmuting whatever needs to be transmuted, and you're just like fully in acceptance of whatever is like being created. But you're doing this with like intention and attention, and there's sort of like a necessary, like shamans for instance will like, they befriend the energy of death because it puts them in a place of non-attachment, of not being afraid to like face whatever's coming next. And so you've almost like encountered this space of just total non-attachment, but not from a place of like fear. It's literally from a place of like, I can handle anything. I know I can handle anything. And this came up in your reading yesterday. So this is like a really super cool, like powerful feeling of just like taking your scythe in your hand and just whoosh, like making reality happen, and seeing what happens, and being curious and excited and like non-attached to the outcome, which is going to bring in some beautiful manifestations for you. We have the Six of Pentacles, success, whatever that means to you. I want to read this card just to get a better idea. I think this is the Moon in Taurus here, just to get a better idea of what it has to say. Six. Justice, adjustment. So you might be in some sort of like legal battle or something right now. So this is justice coming in for you, and literally through non-attachment to the outcome, because you know you can handle anything, which is also really cool. Sorry, got sidetracked. Six of Discs here says real gain, power, influence, philanthropy, transitory situation, like always. It's influenced by insolence, conceit with wealth, and excessive spending. So that would be reversed. To say about this card, weirdly, there's the red of the like root chakra and orange of the sacral chakra kind of back here, and it's like all this blue, meaning your voice, your truth, your fifth chakra is, yeah, potentially a part of like this success for you, like being able to speak up, speak your truth, and do so in a way that like keeps you safe, and others, like safely communicating. Maybe you haven't felt safe to communicate in the past or to speak your truth. So those are some great cards. I'm going to pull one more from the Thoth deck, and then we'll clarify all of these with the tarot. Okay, well, that's majorly, oh, what is the word? Oh my gosh. Confirmation. Major confirmation from Spirit there. There we go. All right, so Scorpio, you're at the middle of your reading right here. You're the center. You're fully in your own energy. You know who you are. And if you don't, like, you are figuring that out by adjusting your thoughts to this concept of, like, your transitory and yet necessary ego identity. You're grounding yourself in reality. You've become grounded in reality. And this is allowing you to be in this, like, non-attached spiritual space, like, sort of inversely. Like, the more you ground yourself, the more your spirit is, like, and your intellect and your emotions are also balanced. Like, I think as Scorpios, we spend a lot of time, like, in the esoteric, like, as far as our, what do you call it? Like, the stereotypical, like, Scorpio sort of energy, right? Is, like, diving deep, esoteric, like, emotional, like, taboo stuff. And the more you get sort of just grounded in your day-to-day, the more all of what you've learned, like, becomes manifest and usable and is transmuted. It's almost like you spent so much time in these other realms that you're, like, needing to just do the normal, and you have. And that's awesome, because that's creating all of this success and abundance for you. This card is like, yay. It's so happy. The Three of Cups, celebration, especially in your community. The lotuses that were, like, in the mud before are, like, fully just flourishing and pouring water everywhere. And these little, like, these circles on this cup sort of remind me of, like, the balls of, like, reality that are forming here. So there's, like, just anything you touch right now is just transmuted into, like, just beauty and good things for other people. And that's, like, a really wonderful energy and space to be in. Okay. Yay. This is so cool. This is such a wonderful reading. And if you do, remember to please like the video. That would be awesome. Thank you for letting me remind you. Spirit, why is the Knight of Discs here? I feel like this reading is so straightforward. It might just, I don't even know how much we're going to need today for clarifying. Why is the Knight of Discs here for Scorpio, please? There's a world there. I don't know if any of you have closed out a cycle, which has brought you into this Knight of Pentacles energy. Oh, okay. The Page of Pentacles. Okay. So, you're just, like, working on your money, working on your, resources, working on, look at how ripped this Page of Pentacles is. I just want to say, maybe working on your body, like, just, yeah, like, giving yourself the love and care that you need to just feel good in your body. That's mostly what I'm getting from this. You're focused on your security, on healing your heart. I'm just relating to chakra colors here. And maybe you're spending time outdoors, which is helping to give you, like, just that extra, like, sun energy, that extra feeling of just abundance and being in the moment. I have a feeling this reading is just okay. Oh, yeah, death upon death. That's great. That's really cool. And then the Six of Swords reversed here. So 6 is 8 is 13. So somebody left you out in the cold. Reform. This is the story again, like I was talking about the Isis and Horus having to, like, her son Horus having to leave Egypt after the death of Osiris because of their, because of his death. Like, eventually Horus comes back into his rightful place as ruler of Egypt, but before that, Isis and Horus are outcast. So we were putting you in a position where you were feeling out in the cold, like maybe you were focusing on this, whoever left you out in the cold, or whatever made you feel like you weren't getting what you needed, and you have transmuted that energy into this adjustment of like, I can provide for myself, the universe provides for me. Like, whenever you are feeling this energy of lack or this energy of being outcast, or maybe that hermit energy has just been like a little, it was a little tough for you, except like being alone or in your loneliness or in your alone space. Now, like, your loneliness is aloneness, and time in these thoughts, you know, to like curb them, to take control of them, like they're, to give them direction in a way that's going to help you stay balanced. I don't know if we really need to clarify death upon death. Like, Scorpio, this is you. Like, you've, only thing that I'm getting as far as like death showing up here again is just keep focusing on you. You keep doing you. You keep giving back to yourself, because that is radiating outward into your environment and the people around you. And it's creating, it's just confirmation that you're creating like this success and abundance by doing that. It's not selfish. You don't have to be afraid of loving yourself, of communicating your truth. Mercy comes up here. The idea of like, the king on this card. There's a woman and a child here, and this intercessor is like praying to death on behalf of them to spare them. And there's the idea that death stops for no one, death waits for no one, and also that like whatever needed to be filled to like make your presence known, or to become you. So if you are feeling tempted to cast judgment or anything like that, just keep in mind, give to yourself. Don't waste your energy casting judgment. Involved. That's what Spirit's telling me. You don't need to worry about casting judgment. And if you find yourself doing that, you know you can bring yourself into balance and ask for forgiveness from your higher self, higher powers. That was so cool. What a strange couple of cards to get. I love the way the Spirit works sometimes. Okay, so let's clarify success and abundance. Dang. Why are success and abundance here for Scorpio? Sorry, I'm having a hard time shuffling because my wrist brace, but I'm really grateful to be able to go with physical therapy and get that taken care of. Why is success and abundance here for Scorpio? The Emperor. Okay. For success, and then ooh, okay, Justice comes out sort of sideways here. Justice has come out in your readings a lot. I don't know, they came out weirdly. Oh no, but Spirit wanted that card. Five of Wands. Okay. Or Ten of Cups reversed in between this success and abundance. Okay, so there's something like a little bit stranger here. We have Four of Pentacles, Justice sideways, the Emperor, Ten of Cups reversed, and the Five of Wands. You may have been dealing with a greedy person. You may have been dealing with somebody who like was selfish or withheld what it was that they had. They took things for themselves and did not give back. The justice coming out sideways over success and abundance tells me that you might have been worried about like a situation that was unjust, and maybe you the scales here and the scales there. So maybe the way you were thinking about this justice situation, whatever it is, whatever happened that was unjust in your life, it's card 11, so maybe you were trying to like move forward or do something and there were blockages and you felt like it was unjust. I'm not sure exactly here, but what I'm getting from the justice being here over success and abundance is that it's karmic justice. And I think that's why the death card is here, and the idea of mercy also. Like, you're being guided to be in this emperor energy, like divine masculine. This guy is like stern, and he is fully cloaked in his red garb. There's the rams here, so he's kind of stubborn, and they indicate Aries energy. Ooh, he's got his like, I don't even know, scepter and like this ball. And I think what these represent is sort of like the primordial egg and like the waters of life, like the key of life, the Ankh almost, but I'm probably totally wrong about that. That's just what I think that's what I'm intuiting. And he's like on his throne. So I think that maybe you're energy that you are like coming off like this emperor, like stern and like fully suited in your energy and kind of like none shall pass, you know, and maybe it's a little bit too extra for this situation, whatever it is. Your justice is going to be this success and abundance, and it's going to be like basically in this person's face, this person who's like hanging on to their pentacles, their selfishness, their greed, like they're gonna watch you in this like super stern energy with success and abundance. And this may have like come at the cost of a 10 of Pentacles, a form of 10 of Pentacles that Pentacles. Your 10 of Pentacles, your success and abundance is coming at the cost of this person's. And that might be difficult for you, like a difficult pill for you to swallow, which is maybe why you're in this emperor energy, like being stern, because there's like a sense of empathy and understanding like this person's situation, and also knowing that like if you empathize with them, you're gonna be stuck like in this like 5 of Wands, like battling energy. So you are putting on this like mask of like an exterior like shell of like hardness or toughness to, I think, mask yourself from like falling into that empathy trap. Because I think that a lot of the times like people who are super empathetic, you know, we'll give up our boundaries, and that's kind of what this is about, having given up your boundaries. And that's what coming into the Scorpio energy is indicating as well. Like you have this Knight of Discs, like putting up your walls, your boundaries, but also like pausing to take in the, smell the roses, take in the sights. And then this Page of Pentacles is like, I've just learned how to like hold the world in my hands basically, and hold my, you know, myself alone on this like terrain, in this 3D world. You have the 8 of Swords, adjustment and balance. So you're not overthinking anymore. You're not in that emotional space where you're trying to empathize all the time with others in order, like to your detriment is what I'm getting at, I guess. Like we'll often you don't even have to be, you know, a Scorpio. You could just be somebody who's like empathic or sensitive to others, especially like person who, you know, sees a dog at a shelter that was abused. You're like, oh, I want to adopt that dog and be there for it because I have the emotional, mental, spiritual, physical capacity to like be there for this extra wounded creature. Like what I'm getting is that you, this card wanted to come out. Yeah, Three of Wands reverse came out yesterday. You, any more like emotional, like project relationships. Like you've put up your boundaries around that, and that's made you look and appear very stern, and maybe you feel like there's a little bit of an injustice here because of these like karmic sort of laws of balance where you feel like your success is coming at the cost of someone else's. But the truth is that like there's enough to go around in the world, there's enough to go around in the universe, and if you feel like you have given more than you can give, if you've been busy trying to bring in other people's ships is what I'm getting here, or trying to like manifest happiness for others and like haven't given enough to yourself in the past, and you're finally starting to do that, and you're fully in your own energy and like still in this place of sort of egoic non-attachment, you're being encouraged to this success and abundance. And even if you feel like it's at the cost of someone else's, just know that there is enough in the universe. And if somebody else's Ten of Pentacles and selfishness and whatever is like relying on your lack of these things, then this is not the person you want to be engaged with. It's not, that's not how things work. And this dichotomy is an illusion that you're be stuck in. Why is justice here over success and abundance? Spirit, why is justice here sideways over success and abundance? Eight of Wands reversed. It's taking a while, whatever it is. It's coming in slowly. Like we have the Eight of Wands reversed, which is usually like creative ideas, things coming in fast. So your abundance and success situation, that perhaps your success and abundance are unjust or unfair for someone else, is slowing the material manifestation of these successes and abundances. And Spirit, how can we, Three of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands reversed. This guy, okay, so this guy is a master of his craft, and he's overhearing a conversation from some official person. Why is this card coming out so, it's so quiet? Five of Wands. I don't know why, but I've picked this up in a couple of readings for you in the last like couple of days. There's something like going on that you're unaware of regarding like some sort of conversation going on that you're unaware of regarding this like Five of Wands, this Eight of Wands reversed, and it involves like a Knight of Wands. It might be this person. It might be something related to like how you were perceived. Perhaps you were perceived as a Knight of Wands, and then that's like, that perception is being undone, but it's slow. It's like slowly being undone. And this Knight of Wands character is somebody who like moves fast, lives a fast life, comes in fast, like has a big ego, big action, and sometimes moves so fast that his horse gets away from him. And like, this is telling me that you moving in this energy of just sort of like being in your space, your own space, doing your own thing, bringing in success and abundance, and doing so in a way that like you're keeping your boundaries up. You may seem stern. You may even be being like very quiet, even if you're speaking your truth. Like when you speak your truth, it comes out maybe a little sharply, but you're learning to speak your truth with a little more compassion in the near future here. And however you're presenting yourself is like undoing some kind of illusion, your general energy or intentions. And that's why this justice is sideways. Like maybe that still has yet to happen. Spirit, can you please clarify Three of Pentacles and all this fire energy? Like, what is all this? You have a lot of like reversed fire energy, or the Five of Wands, like fighting fire energy. And with Scorpio as a water sign and the sign of transformation, you might have been dealing with a fire sign, this person, or maybe this Knight of Wands, you're coming across more of this like Knight of Cups. Like rather than coming out here trying to like be fast, like maybe have like, this card speaks to me of like one night stand kind of person. Instead, like people are seeing you more in this energy of like wanting something steady, wanting something like emotionally stable. Oh, okay. On the bottom, we have the Three of Cups reversed and the Wheel of Fortune reversed. It came out upright. Whoa. It was reversed when I looked at it, and then when I pulled it out, it was upright. So, like, we'll just do Three of Cups, like, confirmation here, and then the Wheel of Fortune reversed for this person. So the perception of you that's coming out as this Knight of Cups energy, this like perception of you and this Knight of Wands, this fast moving, like maybe too creative and never following through on something. You're becoming this person who follows through, who's stable, maybe even a little bit stern, with this card 4, the Emperor, across from the Four of Pentacles, this sort of selfish person with their Ten of Cups being undone and their fortunes being undone. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. All of this weird energy going on over here tells me that like somebody who was, things would go in their favor. Wow, I thought this reading was like really straightforward, and then it like got really, your success and abundance, somebody's like really trying to, Nine of Cups on top of this Knight of Cups. Abundance with this Justice card. You have 2 Three of Cups, abundance, and then the Nine of Cups. On here, it's just like you are like, there's just, someone's installing this for you, the Tower. Scorpio again. Or Knight of Cups on top of success and abundance. Why is the Tower here with the Wheel of Fortune? We started this reading with that quote from Money is an Energy Game that says like the language that you use, like if you're using the word try, you're literally putting a limitation on what it is that you're doing, because instead of like accepting success, you're accepting yourself trying, which could potentially mean not success. So this could literally be like your fortunes and successes and abundances are being blocked by the words that you're using. The actual like physical sound of the words resonating in material reality that you're using is shaping these like things that are getting in your way. Like perhaps you're still a little bit jaded from what you went through, and that's shaping the like contours of your language and the context of your language. And that's like your tower moment is like on top of like success with this blue, all these blues and reds. And maybe you're realizing that you literally just need to use like more positive language. And that could be what this 5 of Wands and 3 of Pentacles is like the conversation that's being overheard is your own interior like dialogue or monologue. Literally the color of the words that you use, like the sound of the words that you're using are like that is literally related to this thought of, oh, well, if I have success and abundance, this person's not going to, you know, blah, blah, blah. Like that is coming from some root belief of like just general lack in the universe. And you're realizing this tower is you realizing like the nature of duality, and that there's actually like the idea of like black and white or either or is an illusion that you're breaking through. And you're breaking through that by literally using different language or being very conscious of your language. Something to look into regarding this is there was a guy, Bob Stevens, I went to like a long time ago, like 15 or 16 years ago. I went to this like conscious language seminar where he just talks about mind mapping. And you do, okay, this card just, yeah, the Hermit. The Hermit came out on top of the tower. So spend some time alone doing some mind mapping, and just when you feel yourself like using a word or phrase or like having some sort of belief that gives you like tension maybe in your heart chakra, just write those things down and then spend some time in your own space like mind mapping those. Like don't think too hard about it, just give yourself like 5 minutes or so to just write down all the things that are associated with those words or that language for you. And then see what kinds of like weird subconscious associations you might have with the words you're using. And look into if you can the I am dialogues, if you know, if you're not one of the, like if you're on good terms with the concept of Jesus. Not everyone is, but you know, I don't know, we all find our way somehow, way, shape, or form. I really love the I am dialogues. It's just really about conscious language and speaking kindly about yourself. We have the Lovers in reverse here. To me, that just indicates the overcoming of duality, just divine union of the masculine and feminine within. So whatever you were leaving, whatever person was opposing you in the physical reality, they may have left your life literally because you came into some sort of union within yourself and like maybe just outgrew that. Maybe they're just not there yet. I don't think that these ones are really, I think that's it. I just have this feeling of like, dang, this reading just exploded from this really like la la la, just smelling the roses energy and in balance and fully like feeling myself energy, to like success and abundance is literally you working on conscious language, doing that in your space and time, like alone with yourself, and then like seeing that radiate outwards into this like abundance, the undoing of like misconceptions about you because you're like speaking your truth and holding your emotional truth and like moving steadily. And Emperor figure, he's stern because you might be in the Hermit energy and somebody's seeing you as like the Emperor instead, because they don't realize like that you're more, I want to say like a spiritual, like, or etheric space, or you're also coming from a place of like aloneness, and that's where this like hard-headed sort of energy for this emperor is coming out. Happy dude also on the Nine of Cups, who's just like, yes, I'm so stoked. So place of like accepting yourself as you are, when you are, and working on your conscious language. And that's all you need to do. Like, you've been doing great. You stop and smell the roses. Death twice and then the tower, like, that's just give yourself enough credit, I guess. Like, let this justice come in for you. Let this success and abundance, this Three of Cups, come in for you. This Nine of Cups, this Knight of Cups. Part of your community. I'm going to do an oracle read. That was really cool, and just not what I like. I always think like, oh, okay, it's just going to be like a 30-minute reading. And it just goes on, and it's wonderful. I love it. I love it. Like, Spirit has so much to say. Oh my gosh, 45 minutes already. Okay, one oracle card, please, Spirit. What can we close this out with? We're going to do a universal truths card today, because I just have a good feeling about them. Okay, Spirit, how do we end this reading out for Scorpio today? Clarify. Okay, that one. Enthusiasm. Enthusiasm is the torch of light that shines on every situation. It is the whisper of our soul's delight being heard loud and clear. Feeling enthusiastic keeps us amazingly alive, creating a momentum that produces extraordinary results. Enthusiasm is the producer of certainty and creativity, whereby we do not let others dampen or darken our spirit. Being an enthusiast keeps one's heart pumping because we awaken to the pulse of the universe. Enthusiasm is the spark that is magic for the logical mind, transforming a pessimist into an optimist. Owning our enthusiasm is a statement of our confidence in our connection. Like a matchstick, we light the way to miraculous events happening. Remember, enthusiasm is the fusion of our courage and charisma with no doubt or confusion. So, Scorpios, I'm going to leave you with that. Speak with enthusiasm. Love yourself with enthusiasm. Love others with enthusiasm. And be in that moment with enthusiasm. Your ships are here. They are coming in. You've got this. Thanks for the excellent reading today. Just another reminder, if you could like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you did like this video, it would help out my channel a lot. I really appreciate you all. Okay, love and light. Bye-bye.